players from all over the country have come here for the chance to win $25,000. So did another person. This is Dennis Marshall, our alternate player, which we do have here watching the game every week. Hi, I'm Nafisa DeFlorius, and let's reintroduce our 6 players at tonight's table. In first position, Reg Britton from Northampton, Massachusetts, is a full-time freelance writer. In seat 2, Greg Lumsden of Cartersville, Georgia, would like to own a small pub one day. In seat 3, Al Croco from Bronson, Florida. In fourth position, Tony Smith of Louisville, Kentucky, is currently going to technical school for nursing. In seat 5, Dean Kurzman, a hotel manager from Bismarck, North Dakota. And in seat 6, Joyce Seward of New Washington, Indiana, has been married for 46 years and has 2 grandchildren. Joel, over to you.
All right, thank you, Nafisa. And we will hear from Nafisa throughout the course of the evening with interviews. So Lumsden, the early chip leader, Britton, not far behind. And I'm surprised when we had breakfast this morning, I said to the players, you're going to be nervous. And they all said they thought they were going to be very nervous. But all of a sudden, acclimating and getting very comfortable early.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with the quality of the play thus far. We've got one of these situations here, Joel, the small pair versus the 2 big overcards, 5s versus the ace-jack, where you could see some fireworks.
And suited ace-jack for the chip leader right now, Lumsden.
Smith has raised it up.
10,000 more to me?
10,000 more to you, sir.
Just told us he's a very aggressive player, likes the idea of speed poker.
Well, Mr. Aggressive folds the ace-jack.
That's a surprise.
You know, ace-jack is a tough hand to play to a raise. It's a good hand to raise with. But when you are re-raised, Joel, there are very few hands that you can imagine you have dominated.
So we've already seen a bluff from Tony Smith, a win with a fairly low pair.
Yeah, Tony Smith doesn't seem to have any hesitancy about pushing those chips in the pot. And that usually pays dividends in the dome.
Croco, big leader at the outset. Doesn't look like anybody can do anything about it.
On the flop, Kurzman catches top pair.
Very quiet start for Dean Kurzman.
Check.
Britton has an inside straight draw. He's going to hope to see the turn card for free, but Kurzman says, I got top pair. I have a weak kicker. I don't want to see another card. Let's get this over with.
So Kurzman with a win. And that is his very first victory. The guy was a big Denver Broncos fan. You look at that screen name, Elway's 7. He loved those back-to-back Super Bowls for John Elway. Well, Dean Kurzman told us early he's a real family guy. A young man from Bismarck, North Dakota.
I've been married for 2 years now to Paulette. But we have 3 children, Peyton, Jaden, Michaela. Yeah, I play heads-up poker with my son, Peyton. We play for fun, of course. He's an aspiring poker professional. He beats me probably more than I beat him. He gets lucky on the river a lot and beats me.
And his wife is with him, Paulette. He's been playing seriously, and there's Paulette. For only about 18, 24 months now. He told his wife, though, someday he would be on TV. Didn't take that long, did it?
It's good, you know. Just TV.
Helps to get cards, an early win. We've already seen that from Reg Britton, as well as Greg Lumsden.
And Grandma Seward has a pair of ladies and the button.
4,000,
7,000.
7,000.
C6 makes it 7,000.
Now, Reg Britton has that ace, but his kicker isn't real good, and he'll be out of position if he calls here.
Call up.
He said call. That he's going to be obligated to call. That's a verbal obligation. He wanted to fold, but he said call, so Reg Britton has to put in the additional chips. We go to the flop.
That'll make TV too.
Great flop for Joyce Seward. Her queens are still the big favorite here. And Joel, when you've got a player who looks like he wanted to fold but mistakenly called,
Pound him.
that's not a good. That's not a sign of strength right there.
See you later.
That's saying I surrender before the battle.
Right. Sorry, I made that mistake on my indecisiveness earlier.
Yes.
All right. Well, I got it out.
So a nice win for Joyce Seward, who mentioned that 15 VCRs and all 270 in New Washington, Indiana are pulling for her right now. Well, the unwavering support is there from her hometown.
I'm from the little town of New Washington of about 750 people. Everybody in New Washington is rooting me on to come here and win $1 million. I've been playing cards longer than these other guys before they were even born. I probably will be nervous, yes, but I think after I get in there, I'll be very comfortable. I hope I'm going to smoke them.
Well, I think we are going to have our first #1 TV ratings winner in Indiana tonight.
She's up to 53,000, her chip count. And the blinds are also up now at 1,000 and 2,000.
C4 folds, C5 folds.
Lumsden,
C6
pocket
folds.
aces. Unfortunately, doesn't look like anybody really has anything to play with here.
Not a pump. 6,000, C2 bet 6,000.
Croco's going to see that king 4 and say, nah, next hand. Ooh, he's thinking about it. Whoa, he
does.
calls.
Calls.
Well, he's
Wow.
suited with the king 4, and that probably a little seductive.
There's a spade. And there's a king. This could be dangerous. Lumsden, 174 heart rate.
Right.
10. C2 bets 10,000.
Al Croco has got to be careful here, Joel. He does have top pair.
C3 raise 20.
He re-raises. Lumsden's got to go all in here.
All in.
Power play.
10,000.
Watch Croco's LED. He calls! We have our first all-in confrontation. Lumsden, a 4-1 favorite. Al Croco will need a king, a 4, or running spades.
Come on, baby. 10. Hold on.
Croco's at risk of being eliminated. Look at that heart rate, Joel. And now, only a king can help Al Croco. Otherwise, he will be out of the dome. That's it.
It's over. Our first one eliminated. Former Army Sergeant Al Croco. Bronson, Florida. Guy that rides a Harley. He's got a pet skunk. Well, he's not happy with the developments as we will come back to the Poker Dome Challenge.